The output of linear time invariant system. It is expressed as a linear combination of input and output. So let us see the difference equation of the linear time invariant system, where output y of n is expressed as a combination of the past output samples as well as the past, present and past input samples, where a of k and b of k are the constants. Now let us take the z transform of this equation. So we will get the system function h of z as shown in the equation 1. The basic building blocks for representing the system are addition of two sequences. So you can represent it with this symbol, and this is an adder or a summer. Then a multiplier, that means if you multiply the signal x of n with some constant a, so this is the symbol with which you can represent the block diagram of the system. And if there is a unit delay, then it is represented with z raised to minus 1. So you will get at the output of z raised to minus 1 as x of n minus 1. Now there are different realization techniques of IR system. So the first technique is direct form realization. The multipliers in the feed-forward paths are the numerator coefficients in the system function, and the multipliers in the feedback paths are the negative of denominator coefficients of the system function. And since the multiplier coefficient in the structures are exactly the coefficients of transfer function, they are called direct form structures. Now let us see what do we mean by direct form 1 realization. In this case, the system function h of z, it is divided into two parts. The two parts are connected in cascade. The first part containing only zeros, and the second part of the system function, it contains only poles. An intermediate sequence Wn is introduced. This Wn represents the output of the first part, and this output is the input to the second part. Now let us again view the LTI system difference equation, and this Wn, which is the output of the first part, is represented with summation bk x of n minus k. So with this equation, Wn is represented, and so the original equation y of n, I have substituted this equation 2 in this equation. So we will get y of n is equal to summation k varying from 1 to n ak y of n minus k plus wn. So once again, I have rewritten what do you mean by wn and this y of n for your reference. Now let us take the z transform of equation 2. So we get wz, that is equal to x of z summation bk z raised to minus k. Now let us take the z transform of this y of n equation. So what we will get, y of z is equal to y of z summation k varying from 1 to n ak z raised to minus k plus wz. So from this we take y of z common, and we find out what is the equation for y of z. Now once again I have rewritten the two equations for your reference. And now this is the direct form 1 structure. So as you see, this wz, that will be corresponding to wn, because this is a z transform of wn. And if you see, these are the zeros of the equation. So this is x of n. Then when the input signal x of n passes through the first delay component, you get x of n minus 1. When it passes through the second delay component, you will get x of n minus 2 and so on as it passes through x of n minus n plus 1. So this is a generalized form of the delay block, and then the coefficient with this delayed component is bk, that is it will be, first of all, when k is equal to 0 it will be b0, when k is 1 it will be b1, then b2 and so on. So the first element, that is x of n into b0 plus x of n minus 1 into b1 plus x of n minus 2 plus b2. So this is how, when you add all these terms, you will get Wn. Then the Wn signal is given as an input to the second stage. So this is the second stage, that is the poles of the equation. So this is 1 minus summation akz raised to minus k into yz. So this will be, if you cross multiply, it will be y of n. If you take the inverse z, you will get y of n minus the delay components, that is y1 into z x of y of n minus 1, a1 into y of n minus 1. So like this you will get the component. So this is y of n directly. Then y of n, when it is passed through one delay component, you will get y of n minus 1 and multiplied by with a1 y of n minus 1 plus y of n minus 2 into a2 plus y of n minus 3 into a3 and so on. So once you add all these components, you will cover all the poles of the equation, and when it is added, you will get the total y of n. Now in direct form 2 structure, since the systems are linear, the order of H1z and H2z can be interchanged. In direct form 2, poles of H of z are realized first and the zeros second. So previously in direct form 1, the zeros were realized first and then the poles. But now we can interchange as the systems are linear. The transfer function h of z is broken into the product of the two transfer functions h1z and h2z. h1z has only poles and h2z contains only zeros. So this is how is the block diagram of direct form 2 structure. The direct form 2 structure, it uses minimum number of storage elements when the addition is performed sequentially. The direct form 2 needs two adders instead of one adder required for direct form 1. So this is how we have realized. First of all, we have realized the poles first and then the zeros. So that means if you refer direct form 1 structure, only the the flow graph, that the poles which are represented by the poles, it is drawn over here and the zeros are drawn over here. Okay, so the direct form 2 structure with poles and zeros we have just interchanged, and now as you see, this delay block and this delay block, it is on the same line of the connection, so we can combine these two blocks. And so by combining these two blocks, we have used only a single block of the delay elements. So direct form 2 structure with combined common delays. So this is the final realization of the direct form 2 structure. Now let us solve one example to understand how to realize the transfer function. So determine the direct form 1 and 2 realization from the third order IR transfer function. So this system function is given to us. Now the first step is to get the standard form of the transfer function. That means these polynomials are in the positive power of z. So you are supposed to convert it into negative powers of z. So multiply numerator and denominator by 2 into z raised to minus 3. So the polynomial or the system function is converted into the standard form. Now once again I have written the system function, and now we are going to draw direct form 1 structure first of all. So in direct form 1 we must realize first of all the zeros and then the poles. So if you see, this x of n is the input. Now how many delay elements are required? 1, 2, 3. So x of n, after passing through the first delay component, you will get x of n minus 1. Now at this point it will be x of n minus 2, and here it will be x of n minus 3. Now what are the multiplier components with x of n minus 1? If you see, with z raised to minus 1, it is 0.56. So 0.56 multiplied by x of n minus 1 plus 0.638, as you see, 0.638 multiplied by x of n minus 2 plus 0.08 multiplied by x of n minus 3. Now all these terms when added, you will get wn, and then we are going to realize the poles. See, all these are feed forward paths. Now the poles are in the feedback paths. So how many delay components are required when you are realizing the poles? Again 3. So this y of n output, it is passing through the first delay component. So you will get y of n minus 1. Now while drawing the block diagram, you are supposed to draw the negative of the multipliers of the poles. So in the denominator. So in the denominator there is 0.6. Hence negative of 0.6 is minus 0.6. Hence y of n when passed through z raised to minus 1, you will get y of n minus 1 multiplied by minus 0.6 because it is in the feedback path, plus y of n minus 2 into minus 0.34 plus y of n minus 3 plus 0.4, because 0.4 is having negative sign. So negative of this coefficient means 0.04. So add all these terms and then you will get the output y of n. So this is direct form 1 realization. Now in direct form 2 realization, what we are going to do? We are going to just interchange these two. First of all, we are going to realize the poles and then we are going to realize the zeros. So if you see, x of n, when it is passed through the 3 delay components, because the delay blocks are common in direct form 2 structure for the feed forward and feedback paths. So x of n is passed through the 3 delay components, and these poles we are going to realize first. So minus 0.6, minus 0.34 and 0.4. So I am drawing these poles first and adding all these terms. Then for the zeros in the feed forward path, then coefficients are 0.56, 0.638 and 0.08. So we are realizing the zeros afterwards. So 0.56, 0.638 and 0.08, and add all these terms so that the output you will get y of n. So this is direct form 2 realization.